Hello, everyone. My guest today is Benjamin Prigent. He's 24 years old, living in France, and is currently leading a product called Ease.space, which we'll dive into today. He's lived in the US, Cambodia, South Korea, and Switzerland. He launched his first company 4 years ago doing smartphone repairs for students on campuses. About 18 months ago, he started his company Ease.space with 3 other people. Let's dive in here. Benjamin, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah.
All right. What is Ease.space and how do you make money?
So basically, we are a Slack for passwords. So today you have a whole new generation of companies that works almost exclusively on the internet, and this basically brings a whole new set of problems, such as like a security breach, potential security breaches, and also a whole organizational problem. This kind of company needs to control who has access to which tool, because those tools basically have a lot of sensitive information, and so we bring a whole set of feature to the CTO and the whole team for them to be able to organize, control, and view who has access to what.
And how do you view this as different than a company called LastPass?
LastPass is mainly B2C and has like a lot of B2B features as well. But what we really focus on is the ease of use, because security at the company level is important, but mostly to the CTO and the rest of the company. Their goal is not to have a secure way of working; it's basically to get stuff done. So our main differentiation is having a really, really simple UX and UI for the whole team to have like a security, security practices embedded inside their workflow.
Got it. So you are basically LastPass, but B2B and more secure.
We have the same security features. The same security and encryption methods as them, but the password problem at the company level and at the personal level is definitely not the same, because some passwords need to be shared. So you need to have them synchronized in real time across people and devices, this kind of stuff.
I understand. Okay, very good. And how do you make money? Is it a SaaS company?
Yeah. Basically, it's a SaaS. So we price per company and not per user.
Per company, not per user. And what's the average company pay you per month?
€59.
Okay, €59. And what if someone has 1,000 people they sign up? It's still 59?
No. It's basically €59 per 50 people. It's like staircases.
Got it. So about $1 a person, or euro a person.
Yeah, around that.
Okay, very good. And then take us more into the backstory here. So you said you were doing kind of repairs on campuses, and then 18 months ago you launched this company. Why did you get out of the repair business? What didn't you like about that?
Well, actually, I really think you need to be really passionate about the end product you're building. Even if you are the accountant, I truly believe that if you're passionate about surfing, you need to do, and you're good at accounting, you should be an accountant in a surfing company. And we were not really passionate about the smartphone repair business. And actually, I learned to code during the summer, so I was like, wow, I really discovered a whole new set of possibilities when I learned to code. And passwords are really a problem for me because I love to discover new tools. Right now, yesterday I discovered Coda, which is like a new sharing file system. And so I have passwords everywhere. And within my company, I share and I encourage people to have and use tools every day. And I wanted to help this kind of teams.
And so take me back, though, for the repair company. In your best year, how much did you do doing repairs, or your best week?
The best week we were doing 5 to 6K, but I was still a student, so we were doing 5 to 6K every week and half time.
Yep.
Go ahead. Yeah, sorry. We were repairing during the night.
Did you shut that company down, though, or what? Or did you sell it?
Yeah, we sell it.
You sold it. Okay, very good. How did you negotiate the sale?
Basically, we went to the French Craigslist, and we contacted every guy that was doing smartphone repair, and one by one we phoned them because we had this new idea about Ease.space, and we wanted to let this company go.
And so, what'd you sell it for?
The amount?
Yeah.
I'm actually not I don't have the ability to discuss that. Is that a problem?
No, that's not a problem. But generally, how is it valued? Do they look at your total kind of monthly sales and multiply by some multiple, or what was it based on?
Yeah. It was generally that we took around our 3 last months were our best months. So we calculated an annual value revenue on that. And we also valued the code I had done, the website, our leads base, our client database, and we sold all this.
Very good. And was it you said we? So was it just you, or did you have co-founders there?
Yeah, one of the co-founder we have at Ease.space was the co-founder I started the smartphone repair shop with.
Oh, very good. And then is he or she the business guy, or do they also code?
No, he's a designer and I'm the business guy.
Okay, and you're also doing all the code.
I just did the first version of Ease.space, and then we took some people from great engineering schools and who actually did that, because I come from a business background at the beginning.
Very good. Okay, so good. So launched officially in 2016 after you sold the iPhone repair company. And what are you at now in terms of total customers you're serving?
We iterated a long time. So we basically started by solving the password problem for students and universities, and we did that for 6 months. But the problem was that because we were a young company, universities in France, they basically take up to. It's going to sound crazy for you guys in the US, but a French university will have a negotiation period of from 12 to 24 months. And we had a runway of 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
So we signed some clients during that business model, and then we went to we wanted to start B2C, to try out B2C, but then we encountered LastPass. Like, we were 100% a competitor of LastPass, and we didn't do a lot of revenue on that one.
How much did you grow that one to?
That one too? No, we went we had 1,000 customers in 3 months.
Okay, each paying about $1 a customer.
No, it was only free in B2C.
Oh, got it. So you weren't making any money.
No, any. So at that point we arrived around it was 2017 in April. And we looked at all the data, and every person that was a hardcore user were basically twitching our product and using it in B2B. So we called all those guys and we said, okay, if you are using in a B2B mode, how can we make your life easier? And basically in April we did this phone survey on 300 plus people, and they said we basically shut down the whole product and restarted from scratch between April to October 2017.
And so what are you at today in terms of customers?
Oh, right now, we started in early October 2017, and we are up to 150 customers, 160 right now.
And these are each paying about, call it 59, 60 euros?
No, only 15% of them.
Oh, and what do the rest pay?
0. It's free up to 10 clients, up to 10 employees.
Okay, so just to be clear, you have about 11 companies or so paying 60 euros.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So 11 companies paying 60 euros. I mean, you guys are doing 600-ish, 700 euros a month right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you obviously everyone has to start at zero and build from there, and you're in the building process, but I mean, how do you make that 600 euro per month be 6,000, 60,000, 6 million?
Yeah, so right now we're really in the process of building our product. So basically, we talk to users on a daily basis, asking them for, okay, how can we improve your experience? And basically, they just tell us every day, okay, you need to improve this, you need to improve that. I would like this kind of feature. This needs to change, and this and that. So we are building in this way. We are really customer focused, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, no, look, that's all good. I mean, the product seems, based on what I know about the space, super cheap. I mean, I know companies that do B2B kind of password management, and it's $50 a user. You're charging $50 for 50 users, or you're 1/100th of that essentially. I mean, why so cheap? It's almost like you started with consumer, you set a pricing model for that. Now you're doing business, but you kept consumer pricing.
Yeah. But I think we are still not at that level of development. Right now, we are focusing on having a retention and having a great activation. And I think revenue should come a little bit later for us. Mm-hmm. We're making money, and we have new paying customers almost every week. But I truly believe that
Wait, hold on, Benjamin. You have 11 total paying customers right now, right? Over the last 6 months,
Yeah.
you've signed about 11 paying customers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, how are you measuring retention with such a small cohort?
I'm measuring retention on usage based on the whole 150 companies.
I see. I see. So what's the number one thing you look at in terms of when a new user signs up for a free trial, you've got to get them to do X to make them really sticky?
So, and this is like our main focus right now, because we discovered that the companies that really love us uploaded up to 200 passwords on the platform. And those 200 passwords are spread all over the company. And the company sometimes isn't even in one place. It's like all over the world. So this is like activation for us is a key metric.
How do they upload? I mean, that seems like a lot of work. Is there a manual way to upload 200 passwords?
Well, yeah. We so basically what we tested was, for example, a CSV file. But when the CTO uploads a CSV file, we're going to be able to actually treat the whole data, and he will just have to tell us like, okay, this is a marketing password, this is a design password, this is.
Do CTOs keep all their passwords in a CSV file though?
No, not all of them. So
why do you use that though as you're onboarding?
Because some of them asked us to do that. And
really?
The thing is...
Wait, hold on, Benjamin. I find that so surprising. You have CTOs who care a ton about security storing all of their passwords in a CSV file.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. And sometimes it's even like Word documents stored on their hard drive or stuff like this. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, good. So focus on activation. Now, what does retention look like right now in terms of the number?
Retention, you mean what is our key metrics that we look at in terms of retention?
Well, so you're looking, I would say right now what you're doing is you're focused on activation, right? Retention's hard to talk about and churn is hard to talk about until they're actually paying. But once people get activated, what do you care about in terms of an ongoing weekly basis? What do you want to see them do on a weekly basis to consider them active?
Right now, what we are doing is we want half of the team to be using passwords on our platform half of the week.
Okay, well, I don't understand what that means.
So if I understand your question right, you want me to tell you what does an active team looks like?
Yeah, but what do you mean using you half the week
for
like half their passwords?
No, half of the team. So if there is a team of 10, I want 5 people to be there at least 3 days a week.
Be where?
On our platform, logged in and taking passwords.
Okay, so like, for example, LastPass for me, I pay for it, but the reason I love it is I'm never in it. Because like the reason it works is because I never have to go in it. It just works. Like I go to a website to log onto my bank and it just like automatically fills it. So they might measure their activation as in the first week, like they see me adding one new password and then I add one new password per every 4 days, but I'm never actually going and logging in on LastPass.com. I mean, how do you make sure that the retention metrics that you're measuring against are the true actually retention metrics people care about?
Okay, well, so first of all, it's important that people actually store passwords on our system. So the first metric is how many passwords do they store on our system? And the second one is how many passwords do they use every week thanks to us? And when I say I want people to be using our product 3 days a week, at least, I mean I want them to actually use passwords stored in us every week.
Got it. So they're not actually logging into the website, but they're logging into some tool and you are filling out the password.
Exactly.
Got it. And so how many people are doing that right now?
Actually, right now it's like 350.
Okay. And at what point do you look, if these people are retained, why haven't you, when do you show them a paywall?
Well, we're also working on that. Like we discovered that we were hiding too much the paying features. So, for example, we have a feature that helps you automatically update and change a password. But we didn't even let people who were using it for free try it even at least once. So if they wanted to try it, they would have to pay right away. So we are changing this kind of like the flow of how people try and use a paid feature to give them the will to actually pay for, every month.
Yep. All right, last few questions here before we wrap up. Are you bootstrapping this or have you raised capital?
Bootstrap.
Okay, and what's the team size today?
Today we're 5 people.
5 people, and everyone there in France?
Yes, and we're all living in the same apartment.
Very good. Okay, so you get a lot of work done. All right, so 5 people, France, founded 2016, totally bootstrapped, and yeah, I guess you usually like to talk about growth rates, but if I asked you what your revenue was 13 months ago, you'd probably say nothing, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you're just now launching or growing. Well, I hope you come back on in a year and we get to chat about all the growth that you've driven. All right.
I would love to.
All right, Benjamin. Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what is your favorite business book?
Actually, I would say From Zero to One.
Peter Thiel's a good one. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic, but I really love Elon Musk.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your business?
Online tool. Wait, let me check. I would say, I mean, Coda. Coda is really good.
Spell it.
Coda. CODA.
Coda. Okay, good. Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Sorry, I didn't get.
How many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Between 5 and 6.
Okay, that's good. And what's your situation? Married, single, you have kids?
No. I'm 24. Single.
Single, no kids. All right, good. And last question, what do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
More about iteration and talking to users.
More about iteration. Guys, there you have it. He had success building an iPhone repair company when he was still in school, did a couple thousand euros per week before saying, okay, we're going to sell this thing. He then obviously took the money, took the winnings, moved in with 5 of his friends. They're now building Ease.space, which is essentially B2B password management, makes it easy to pass off passwords, store new passwords, give new team members passwords, and take passwords away from fired employees, right? So Benjamin, thank you very much for taking us to the top.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.